I pull up my chat here so I can see all you lovely people. Go to my channel. And there is the chat. Alright. Gonna have a good show for you guys today. Got a little something to discuss, but mostly we're just gonna breeze through this comment show, and then I have one other order of business, and then we'll get back to our weekend. Happy to be with you here on a Saturday. Let's let a couple people get on in. What's up, Ellie? Nice to have you in there. You are first, as usual. I mean, that happens about, what, 85, 90% of the time, Ellie? Yeah, we got lots to discuss. Lawless, welcome. Nice to have you in here as well. You're number 2, but you're not number 2, if you know what I mean, Lawless. In a world where Lawless is in chat. Nice to have you guys in here. I'm just waiting for a couple more people to get in here, like Keeper, who immediately goes to the Bernie and emojis. Bernie happens to be in studio. She's working on writing up some duties for her work. Carol, nice to have you in here. Grim Reaper, nice to have you here as well. Really appreciate all of you. Nice to have you here. Let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a pretty fun one. I'm not going to blast you guys' ears. Hold on. Let me turn down the music here. Here we go. Alright everybody, welcome to the MLH Comment Show for the 16th of December 2023. Lots of great chatters in there. Welcome and say happy birthday to Jen. Matter of fact, since Jen's in here, I'm going to go ahead and do this live. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jen. Wow. Happy birthday to you. All right, happy birthday, Jen. Hopefully you're having a great day. Rich, welcome. UK in the house. Nice to have you here. Jamie Todd, welcome, sir. Nice to have you here as well. Yeah, it was creepy, wasn't it, Jamie? But still pretty sexy, you have to admit.
She said she got it.
She got it? Oh, you recorded that one, right, Jen? There you go. All right, let's stop with the nonsense here. It's not nonsense. Happy birthday, Jen. I hope you have a great day. Let's go with the comments here. Let's get this done. And there's something else I kind of want to talk to you guys about. Little something. The gift that should never give. How dare you, Ellie? I'm a great singer. Okay. Keeper of the list who's in chat says, damn. I don't know why you said damn. Because you missed it? You usually miss it, although you're here today, Keeper. Nice to have you here. All right. Thank you very much, Keeper. I really appreciate that. Nanya is like, hey, Nanya. We're going to be back on track for a hot tub this Tuesday. So everybody that's been missing the hot tub, make sure you sub to Bernie's if you're not already. And we will, hold on a second. I just got a text. It's this. This, my friend. Somebody's texting me live. There we go. All right. So let's start in here. Thank you, Nanya, and thank you, Keeper, for the emojis. Keeper, again, it's going to be the Keeper show for the very first portion of this. I'm 6 days and 1 hour late. But you're on time today, Keeper, so thank you for being here. And I do appreciate the comments. They do keep the MLH Comment Show going. So I do appreciate if you guys watch other videos and comment and stuff like that. It really helps. Keeper also says on that. Sorry, went back and watched Regan at a gun buyback. I didn't see it, Keeper. I don't follow Regan anymore. It is what it is. But thank you very much. Really appreciate the comment again. And then, of course, he has to say hi to Bernie.
Hi.
Well, in comments, Bernie, not live. Well, of course, he said that in the chat, too. So, and then he has to say hi to Ellie. Thank you very much. And then Keeper says, MLH became an activist to market his vest. I should like come up with like clones of this vest and you sell them. I wonder how many people would buy them. I'm sure you would, right, Keeper? I'm sure you would make sure and get your very own vest. User FD2RK7UG5Y. Wow, what a name. Guys and gals, hello user. Nice to have you here. Thanks for commenting. I hope you enjoy the content. All right.
Razor just reminded me of something.
What did Razor remind you of?
I was supposed to wash my work hat.
Oh, I can wash it after. I'll wash it on a delicate cycle. I'll wash it. I'm washing clothes today anyway, so no biggie. Just remind me, sweetheart. I'll definitely do that. Thanks for interrupting the show for laundry hour, Bernie. That's really awesome.
Sorry, bye.
I'm sure people want to hear what we're doing today, and I'm sure laundry is like first and foremost on everybody's excitement level. I'll give you guys a play-by-play on laundry after. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's get back to it. Firestorm 2K2. Our good friend Firestorm says, I will actually give you credit that you won't get in front and block it like Regan Chris did. That's why Chris got arrested. Firestorm, you forget I live here too, so I know all about the arrest. Yes, I look, if you compare that video to the other Firestorm, you know the differences. It's not even close. So I'm not going to get into it, but Nunya, welcome. I just talked about you earlier. Thank you for being in here. Susie tried. Welcome. Razor, welcome. And if I did miss you, hopefully the mods will give you a very big, warm welcome. Thank you very much. Carol, you're doing laundry too? Yeah. Wash my stank clothes, Jamie says. Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do, Laundry's fun. I wash mine and the hubby's. He washes his work wear. I wash our clothes. I earn my keep, Susie. People think that, since I don't have a quote unquote real job, that I don't have a real job. It's like, it's completely untrue. All right, let's continue on here. Firestorm says, you are a better person. That goes without saying, right, Firestorm? All right, Alan B., our good friend Alan B. on my photo radar video said it's a big scam. Only concern is how much cash the government can steal from the public. They steal plenty of it, Alan. That's it's really interesting. These guys that are in these photo radar bans, I don't want anybody to ever berate these guys. They're just normal human beings. They're not. They're government officials in so much as post office work are government officials, post office workers. You know what I'm saying? That's why you won't catch me in post offices. These people are just, they don't, if you want a reaction, then go in there. Have at it, Haas. But, I'm not going to do it, But I will ask questions. This guy was really nice. He didn't want to answer any questions, but... which, maybe he can answer a few. But, I'm not going to give somebody that's working hard a hard time, And by working hard, I mean sitting in the back of the vehicle, But, hey, he's doing his job, Okay. Let's get to this comment from Warren Monkdahl. Thank you for commenting, Warren. I really appreciate it, but let's get into it. This is about the Elijah McClain trial, which I've been periodically attending. and this is the one with the EMTs, which you can see on Law and Crime Network. I know that's a plug for them, but that's the only way that you can see this trial. I think more eyes need to be on in there. Unindoctrinated, welcome. Nice to have you here. Really appreciate you. Losing money in Red Dead Redemption playing Texas Hold'em. Get better. Get good, Jamie. Trying to explain MLH to mom. She has dementia. I explained what MLH is. She got it. Then asked, where's Mexico? They have a long-haired Mexicans? Mom has racist dementia. No. Yes, there are quite a few. But I think I'm the only one in the United States. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Can I ask you a question? Warren asked. You're one frauditor. See, Warren, here's the problem. I really wish we would get away from the ad hominems. I don't think it's right to call anybody a frauditor, right? If you want to bridge the gap, the best way to do it is not to name names. It's why I'm going to call people names. It's why I'm going to get away from calling cops cockroaches and pigs and stuff like that, because you put people on the defensive right away when you say that. But let's continue on here, Warren. I hope I can answer your question. You're one fighter to actually think you're doing it for the right reason, so I feel I can ask you something and you will answer it honestly. If there's anything that I am, Warren, I'm honest. Now, I'm not against what you guys do. I do think there needs to be transparency, and I have no problem with the person that actually needs services in these government buildings, and you should have the right to film your own self getting services. But it's frauditors that actually change my mind on feeling this way. They have shown that if they were given that right, it can be abused. I don't think I disagree with you there, Warren. Most of these guys, and don't deny it, I'm not saying you're one of them. I'm not denying that either. I think you're right, Warren. But I think, and I've said this before, I think there's a lot of people making it really difficult for the ones that are really righteous, right? If I thought you were, I would wouldn't even give you the time of day. I think you're different, and I hope that making money does not change you. Let me assuage your fears, Warren. I make $100 every 2 to 3 months. Now, can that change as my channel grows? Yes, it can change. You know what isn't gonna change is me. I'm not changing my formula. I'm not editing videos to make me look like fucking Superman. Back. Give me a 1 if we're back, guys. Sorry, I dropped out there for a second. But Warren continues. He says, you see, you're doing it for the right reasons, and that's why you don't have views. This is another great point, guys. Have you ever noticed the people that are doing things the right way don't have huge channels like mine? I do have a strong following. I will say that. I've hit a peak, guys. I'm at 3,350, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 3,300 more people than I was expecting when I first started this channel. So to me, it's a huge win. I didn't buy anybody. I didn't lose my values along the way. I didn't sell out, like a lot of people will do. I don't do those type of things. I have a different channel. It's just different, and it's not changing, and it is continually growing, by the way. It may not be growing at a rocket ship pace, but I'll take slow and steady any day of the week. We'll revisit this comment in 5 years, Warren, and I might be in a different position, and you can tell me whether or not I've changed anything, whether or not I make more money or not, right? And by the way, I don't have any problems with people making money on YouTube. I think it's a platform where there is money to be had, right? So if I end up making money, then I end up making money, but that's not the goal. That's not what anybody's goal should be if they're getting into this hoping to make change. All right. For some reason, it seems more about getting a reaction out of people instead of doing a decent audit, which I still kind of think you do. Okay, here's the thing. like even with post offices, I can understand why people would want to do those things. Go in, do your audit, and get out. But when you're there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and you're just being a nuisance and annoying, that's a different story. I can think of a lot of people that do that, and I'm not a fan of that at all. Last couple of videos, I just feel it's getting a bit more aggressive. Warren, let me tell you something. I'm a mirror. I mirror what people give me, unless I know the person already. If I know a cop that's already been a piece of shit and is going to act a certain way, then I'm okay in thinking what I'm thinking, because I've got a lot of experience out here. Okay. Last couple videos, okay, not in a big way, just a little noticeable, Abel, and I hope you're now thinking of going that, hope you're not thinking of going that way also. My question is, what do you think about these courts saying that filming in government buildings is not protected under the First Amendment and government buildings is not a public forum? I'm only asking you what's your take on courts running this way, because courts have now clearly established you guys don't have a right to film in government buildings. I'm not saying it's right. I'm only asking you on your thoughts on it is all. I'm not trying to be a smartass, just asking your honest take on what you think about it. Okay, first of all, let's correct a couple of things here, Warren. Most government buildings are accessible to the public, and you do have a right to film in those buildings, right? There are a few that case laws that have come about, like post offices and a few others that that they're leaning hard on and being hard on auditors, right? But if there's enough case law, I'm not going to do it. Like post offices, I'm not going to do it for a myriad of reasons, but that's just another reason to do it, to not do it. I'm sorry. But you made a comment about me being in City Hall and not being able to record in there. I definitely have a right to record in there. There are certain places that you absolutely have a right to record. I have a right to record in police lobbies. Those are public rights of way, right? What I try to avoid is recording people in the lobby, because I understand that there may be victims in there, and there's might be some sensitive material. If you notice in my last video where I was at District 2, when the officers were on the phone with somebody, I would step back, because I don't want to hear other people's personal business. That's not the point of me being in there. I'm doing one of two things when I'm in these places. I'm either doing a legitimate audit or I'm doing legitimate business. And I have a right to record in both instances, okay? But I don't go about it the wrong way either. I'm not going to bring, 15 of my buddies. I might bring KDOT, because sometimes it's great to have backup, because you never know what's going to happen in there, and it's bullshit sometimes, but it is what it is. So there you go. Ellie says, depending on the court, family court involves kids, that's a no-go for me. Just because it's a no-go, Ellie, doesn't mean that's not. I mean, it's like going to a park. How do I know that there might be a victim of a crime there, or something, and I happen to get it in frame? It's the same kind of concept, but I am a little more respectful of people when I know that there's more of a chance that there's some type of, crime that may be investigated, or some private information, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, you won't catch me going into hospital because of HIPAA laws. I don't want to accidentally catch somebody's information on record, even though it's not my responsibility to keep that information private. I don't even want there to be an appearance that I'm doing anything nefarious. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Ellie says, we'll get to it, Ellie, but she says, shout out to Officer Thompson from District Number 2. Good job. We will get to that, Ellie. I promise. I have a special little thing that I want to talk about when we get there, because we have a comment on it. Blue Unicorn responds, I actually agree with some of what you say. Some people do use their First Amendment just to be jerks. However, if we equivocate about what being a jerk means, then who is to say that your opinions are wrong and now you can't say them? It becomes arbitrary. So the First Amendment should protect all speech and not just what you or I think should be free. Also, I'm pretty sure MLH doesn't make money doing this. You are right that some guys cause problems for clicks and internet money, but not many actually make money. The irony is that the troll community probably makes more money stealing auditors' contents than the actual auditor making it. So, kettle calling the pot black situation. Lastly, and I'm not sorry, but I feel it's important, your is possessive and means a thing belonging to someone who is not you. Example, this thing is not mine, but it is yours. Your is a contractive of you are. You're not. I understand what you're saying. You're playing grammar, proper grammar, unicorn, and I understand. But let me go back to the point about making money, Blue Unicorn. It's not entirely true. I do make a tiny bit of money. Like I said, I mean, I get a check every 2 to 3 months for, not a check, but it gets deposited into my bank account. It's like $100 every 2 to 3 months, depending on how many super chats I get from you all, etc., etc. If we were just going based on videos, it's literally pennies on the dollar. So I'd have to wait probably a whole year to maybe get $100. But if not for the generosity of everybody out there, I wouldn't make hardly any money. But I do make a little bit. Like I said, $100 every 2 to 3 months is when I make money. So thank you for the comment, Blue Unicorn. As always, I do appreciate you. Keeper, who's in chat, says, not sure you are smart. Your English grammar skills bite. Learn to spell. You might be taken seriously. We have to overlook some of that, Keeper, in order to bridge the gap. You know what I'm saying? I understand there were a lot of grammatical errors in Warren's comments, but sometimes we have to overlook like the minor in order to get to the major points. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I'm afraid you probably lost him at equivocate, Steve says. Not necessarily, Steve, but I do appreciate the comment. Let's move on to the next comment here. Warren Monkdahl, thank you for your comment, though. I do appreciate it, and I appreciate at least the thought that goes into it when you do make comments. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Blue Unicorn on my EMT, the same post says, EMTs getting thrown under the bus is a perfect example of what following orders will get you. Those pigs beat him within an inch of life, and then they ordered the EMTs to administer ketamine. The EMTs are trained in emergency medicine. The cops are trained killers. The EMTs should have known better, but let their own fear of defying the cops rule their better judgment. I understand that, Blue Unicorn, but I can't give the EMTs a pass here. They definitely should have given. They shouldn't have given Elijah McClain any ketamine, let alone the dosage that they gave him. They gave him equivalent of what a 220-pound man should have gotten, and Elijah McClain weighed 140 pounds. That's a big difference. And he probably still would have died in totality, Blue Unicorn. So I'm definitely in agreement with you there. I'm also in agreement that they shouldn't have taken orders from the police. They are a separate entity, and they are not to be trusted by anybody. They can lie, and that's an important point here too. The reason that nobody should trust the police is because they're allowed to lie. And once somebody lies, they get a taste of that. They do it over and over and over. And in order to cover up lies, they have to make up more lies. So there is literally nothing that comes out of a police's mouth that I would trust, nor should anybody. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that there are exceptions to the rule. Like the other day when I went into District 2, I had a very helpful officer help me out, and I'm going to shout out him in a little bit, Officer Thompson. But for the most part, 95% of the time, and it's that old joke. You know how a police lies? Their lips are moving. You know what I'm saying? Northwest, welcome. Nice to have you in chat. Appreciate you. Let's see. If hippos had laws, we'd all be a lot safer. Unindoctrinated said, since when is making a living a bad thing? I agree. Unindoctrinated. I don't make a living off of this either, by the way. But I agree. I don't think anybody should be berated for having their hand at making money on YouTube. Keeper says, need to get more MLH cleavage out of that vest in your videos. Bernie? Maybe I should. Maybe I should just have Bernie just wear the vest and take her everywhere. No bra, nothing. Just cleavage all over, Bernie. I think I would. Yeah, chahangas all over the place. Oh, chachangas. I'm sorry.
These are
Chachangas. I know. I get them mixed up all the time. Chahangas and chachangas. I know. With your Christmas pasties. Okay. That aside. Let's see. Let's continue on here. Great points, Blue Unicorn, as always. You're always very thoughtful as well. Strictly Strange on my Photo Radar video says, that's why they make the sign so small. It's a racket. No doubt. I can't stand Photo Radar vans. But, I mean, they are what they are, J Unique Design says they should go to jail in regards to the EMTs. I agree with you. They had bad judgment, and to say that they're not liable for anything because the cops were there and they gave them the orders is nonsense. I mean, that is part of it, and the cops should all have been, brought to justice, but the EMTs should be brought to justice as well. All right, and we will see what happens in that trial. It's not over yet. All right, Angel Ramirez says on my Women's Correctional Denver Jail video, says, just got out of Denver. Woman's crazy looking from the outside now. Yeah, it does look crazy from the outside. I wonder how, I never wonder how it looks from the inside because I never want to be there, Angel, but you never know. I mean, cops are overzealous and could take me in at any time for whatever they want. All right, back to the EMT trial, and it's not the Elijah McClain trial. Let's get that straight. That's why I made sure the distinction, EMT. Elijah McClain is not on trial. He is the victim. It's the EMT trial. Having worked as a medic, Doc P says, I'm ashamed I was in the same career field as those men. They deserve the harshest sentence the law allows. Their purpose is to ensure the patient's safety and proper care, not enable the police. I couldn't agree with you more, Doc P. Thank you for your insight. I don't say this enough. Thank you for your service, Doc P. I really appreciate it. None ya damn business, who's in the house, says, we're going to miss you tonight. Hope everything is okay. I can't really discuss what happened last Tuesday, Nunya, but I'm okay. And, we're going to have a great hot tub this coming Tuesday. Fab Daddy, nice to have you here. Really appreciate you coming on in. Where did you drop your deed, Keeper says. All right. Speaking of Fab Daddy, he made a comment on my hot tub post. Boo, is Bernie in jail? Keeper of the list misses Bernie in the tub. Yeah, I know. Everybody misses hot tub, man.
I was a bad girl.
You was not a bad girl. She was not in jail. But everybody misses Bernie. So we're going to get back on track this Tuesday, Fab Daddy. So hopefully you'll be there, my friend. Life happens. Much love all, Matthew says. Thank you very much, Matthew. Life does happen. Canada is watching. My good friend Canada is watching. Says, gonna be wanted dead or alive by Bon Jovi when I asked, what is your favorite 80s song? And I'm going to ask that comment in chat right now. What's your favorite 80s song for you older people? The younger ones don't know good music. You know what I'm saying? No, that's such an old person thing to say. There's good music today, too. But what is your favorite 80s song if you were around for the 80s? I'm going to ask that in chat. So let's continue on here. Where's the... Oh, there they are. Jeez, where did my comments go? Okay. Canada... is watching, says Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue. That's another great one, Canada. Or 18 in Life by Skid Row. You know, it's funny. The first concert I ever went to was Guns N' Roses and Skid Row. So Great song there, Canada. That's a great tune. Skid Row was really, really fun back in the day. Let's see. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky, ATL says. Welcome on in, ATL. There's so many good ones on Indoctrinated. I don't think anybody would dispute that the 80s was like a golden era of, like, just great pop hits and rock hits and hair bands, and just a great decade. Canada is watching, says, hope you're feeling better. I am feeling better. I wasn't sick or anything, just some events happened. Jamie Todd, who's in chat, says Tom Sawyer by Rush. That's a great song, Jamie. Good pick for sure. Missing You, Unindoctrinated says. That's a great one too. Subdivisions, Jamie Todd said. Big Rush fan, Jamie? Yeah, I like Subdivisions too. I think that's Rush's, that's my favorite Rush song for sure. I think that's their best song. Free Will by Rush. Yeah, it's another good one. Not as good as Subdivisions, but good nonetheless. You forgot Spirit of Radio, Jamie. All right. Fab Daddy, who's in chat, says, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Yeah. And then Unindoctrinated said, I thought about reporting this comment. How dare you? Yeah. That wouldn't probably be at the top of my list of Fab Daddy. But nonetheless, let's continue on. Keeper says that Whitney Houston sung by Sexual Chocolate, Coming to America. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Bernie says too many. I agree, Bernie. There's so many great 80s songs. All right. On my proof that DJ K-Dot is an absolute legend video, Northwest Press gave me his usual emojis. Thank you, Northwest. I know you're in chat. Thank you very much. Blue Unicorn says, Take On Me by Aha. Is it Take On Me or Take Me On? Oh, yeah, it's Take On Me. That's right. Yes, that's a great song, Blue Unicorn. And that guy can still hit that note, oddly. I don't know how he does it at his age, but he's really, really good. Justin Me Howling Wolf 2010 says, too many great artists, so I'm going to give you a song with a lot of them in it. USA for Africa, We Are the World. Ooh, you kind of hit all the bases there. That was one of the most popular songs back in the day, right? They had everybody in there. Michael Jackson, Kenny Rogers, I think Whitney Houston was there. Just all the big hitters were in that song. Phil Collins, just a bunch of 80s legends in that song. So that's a good pick. That's a good all-around pick. Live from District 2 video, Jamie says, I don't know about the above and beyond thing, LOL. I think that guy asking and giving all the information needed should just be in the standard. And it's sad that seeing a cop do their job correctly is in need of a commendation, LOL, but that's how much the standards have been lowered. Here's something really weird about this, Jamie. I would agree with you, but this actually was a case of going above and beyond, because a cop could have just looked at their computer and saw that there was nothing in their computer and then just said, I don't have anything for that, and sent me on my way, right? But Officer Thompson actually did a really good job of taking the extra step that he didn't have to, of calling dispatch, and not only calling one dispatch, but calling two separate dispatch. If you go back and look at that video, he really did try to give me the information. And not only that, after, he's like, you know what, maybe Sergeant McCluskey can he has different tools. He can, he can facilitate, he might be able to facilitate this a little bit better than I can. So to me, that's going above and beyond. And I have never, I'm with you, Jamie. K-Dot and I argue about this all the time. I don't think you should get a commendation for simply doing, the normal things that are in your course of duty. And it drives me nuts. It's weird. You're right. The standards have been lowered. So when we're out and about, it's really refreshing to see a very respectful cop. And a lot of times KDOT wants to give commendations for this. And I'm like, K-Dot, why are we given commendations for the same thing that they should be doing every time we're out here? I mean, the standards are lowered. I agree with you 100%. So to me, what this cop did was just a little bit above and beyond, right? So that's why for the first time in history, on Monday, in my history of the channel, I'm going to be delivering a commendation for that. So, I mean, it's the first time, Jamie, so I know what you're saying, and I agree with you fully on that. King Bluto says Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle is his favorite 80s song. So, great choice, King Bluto. Guns, they're pretty fantastic, man, I have to say, especially that first album, man. That first album was top to bottom. It's one of the few albums that I can listen to. See, I don't think people listen to albums anymore. They're used to just buying singles. And maybe that's for the better because, back in the day, a lot of times you'd buy an album and you'd have like one or two great songs on an album. But that Appetite for Destruction album is an all-time great. Probably in the top 5 all time. Allie Bell said, find my phone. If you had an iPhone, Allie Bell, I don't know if you do, and I'm not familiar with Androids all that much, but if you have an iPhone, and I think this is kind of a snotty comment, but I'm just going to answer it anyways, Allie Bell, answer your comment even though you didn't ask a question. A, find your own phone, and B, if it's an iPhone, I mean, there is a thing called Find My Phone, so, there you go. Noel Armanson says, yep, that stop sounds shady. And I think it is shady, Noel. I mean, there was a stop that happened in Denver in District 2, and I'm going to try to find more information on Monday. I know what happened, Noel, but I'm not going to discuss it now. I will give you guys more information. I mean, I already have all the information that I need, but stay tuned because this is another rabbit hole that that I need to go down. Conspiracy Music, welcome to the stream. Ellie says Androids also have Find My Phone, so see, there you go. Unindoctrinated, who's in chat, says I hate missing the comment show, hope to catch you tomorrow. Well, you caught me, Unindoctrinated. Now what you gonna do with me? That's the question. Thank you very much, Unindoctrinated. I feel honored to have you in chat. Pelone, OG Pelone, I always call Pelone the OG because he definitely was one of my first 50 subs. Said another rabbit hole. Keep up the great work, MLH. I mean, I'll keep doing it as long as I physically can, Pelone. My back is slowly but surely giving out on me, but we will. When we get to that point, we'll get to that point. But I feel healthy enough to keep doing what I'm doing. Polyglock says, where is the mustachioed? And I'm wondering the same thing, Polyglocks. Where is the mustachioed? It's kind of eerie. Those calm before the storm, eerie kind of feelings. That's how I feel. And last comment, Jonathan Mazzilli, shout out to Jonathan, thanks for commenting, says that's Balls to the Wall on his favorite song of the 80s, Balls to the Wall All Day. That's a great song by Accept, Jonathan. I really like that song. Accept is a very underrated band. They have a different style, much in the vein of like an AC/DC, but just an underrated band, and I do like that song quite a bit. So great pick there, Jonathan. No argument here. All right, let's see if we have any held for review comments. We had a couple last week. Let's cross our fingers and hope we have at least one or two. And there's one right here. Smeghead, my good friend Smeghead, says the cops were having a 1980s cock broom convention along with Nazi skinhead haircut competition. First place gets a full set of white sheets. Ooh, that's a good point, Smeghead. Eventually, I'm going to go down another rabbit hole, Smeghead, about the origins of police and some of the nefariousness around that and how it's evolved into pretty much having a bunch of, well, I mean, you said it, Nazis that are involved with policing, which should never happen. So I'm going to approve that comment, Schmeghead. They blocked it because of the cock broom. Cock is one of the blocked words. So, but I'm going to approve it. That's very benign in my view. No problem. Let's go back, make sure we got any public. Okay, we're good there. Let's go to the mentions. West Side, about a week ago, gave me a shout out. Thank you very much, West Side. I really appreciate it. King Bluto, I think I did watch this. Copy Quitted. Yeah, I obviously watched this one. Copy Quitted and Elijah McClain death will return to police work. But he may not be around for very much longer, King Bluto. So keep posted on that. And then Tiffany mentioned me in a post. And by the way, I won Tiffany's Christmas giveaway. So I won her Halloween giveaway. I won another random giveaway from Tiff. And I won yesterday's Christmas. I won her Christmas giveaway as well. And completely by chance. There's no conspiracy. I completely won by chance. But I did donate 2 of the 3. So yesterday I donated the Christmas giveaway, the mystery box that Tiffany, and if you haven't subbed to Tiffany's channel, sub to her channel. She does really good work. She does giveaways, and if you want to buy something from her, buy something. That'll help her out quite a bit. But I have no idea what's in that mystery box. But I gave it away to Susie Tried, who was in chat. I don't know if she's still there, but I am kind of lucky on Indoctrinated. Throughout my life, I've been kind of lucky with like giveaways and stuff like that. That's why every once in a while I'll play the lottery. I'll take my shot. You know what I mean? Because through life, I've been fairly lucky. I don't know. It's just the way things are. So is what it is. So, and make sure you sub to Westside Accountability too. Westside does a great job of promoting other channels. So let's subscribe to Westside and make sure you let her know that I sent you. Okay. So real quickly, let's talk about the week ahead. This weekend I didn't get any requests, so I'm just going to take it easy, watch some football. But Monday I'm going to hit the ground running again. I'm going to do another live from District 2. I need to talk to McCluskey about 3 things. I want to get more information on the traffic stop that I know of that did happen. So I'm going to try to get that information. I'm going to try to get an incident number and the cops that were on the scene there, which there were 3 on a traffic stop. And I'm also going to turn in my complaints on a couple of officers. And I think the best thing that I'm going to do with Sergeant McCluskey is I'm actually going to present him with the first ever commendation that I'm giving for the police. So it's going to be an eventful day on Monday. You're not going to want to miss that. Tuesday is Hot Tub. I request you get on some video games. I will, Jamie. I'm going to do that too, probably. We can watch the Broncos together tonight, in spirit anyway. Unindoctrinated, you're damn right. I will be watching the Bronco game tonight, and hopefully they pull out a win and put themselves in the playoff picture big time. Oh, there you are, Susie. Thank you, and congratulations, Susie. I hope you enjoy that Christmas gift box. I mean, I'm more of a Halloween guy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's see. Tuesday's Hot Tub. Make sure you join Bernie's channel at 9 Eastern. We'll be back on Tuesday for another great edition of Hot Tub Time Machine, Sexy Lyrics. 18 and over, please. If you have children, please. Another thing I want to mention is everybody's camera is going to be off. I've gotten some feedback, and the best thing to do is just have everybody's camera off on that day, just so I don't get the channel taken down. You know what I'm saying? Wednesday might be another cop watch day. Thursday I'm off. Friday I do a show called RP Grinders on Twitch, twitch.tv/RP Grinders at 7 Eastern. So make sure you join me if you like video games. The second half of the show we talk about pop culture, a lot of politics, stuff like that. Let's see, what else? No worries, Susie. No worries at all. The weekends are reserved for any request that I get. MexicanLonghair@gmail.com. If you guys have something that you want me to do, like I don't know, maybe you want me to have like an ask me anything panel type thing, or just have me up on a panel and ask me questions in chat, I'd be more than happy to do that. Or maybe there's some place in particular you want me to go, like there's a town that you've always wanted to visit in the Denver metro area, you want to see the scenery, you want me to drive there, if you want me to do a cop watch, if you want me to I don't know, whatever you guys want me to do, you're more than welcome to request it, and I'll see if I can accommodate. Doesn't mean I'm going to get to all of those requests, but you never know. So it doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, so that's the whole shebang. Is there a Chinatown in Denver? No, Fab Daddy, there's not. There's a couple of places where there's a bunch of like Asian markets and stuff like that, but no specific Chinatown. You want to go get some dim sum? Okay, maybe one day we'll do that. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you guys are struggling with your mental health, please reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that's all that matters. But if I don't get back to you in a timely fashion, just remember, somebody out there thinks you are their favorite. Hold on to that thought. It could save your life. There's also a 988 number, in case you want to talk to somebody directly. If you're too scared to talk to somebody, or you just have your reservations about talking, you can also text 988 in Canada and the United States, and somebody will definitely listen to you. So, Luke Mitchell, nice to have you in here. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Is there anything else? I don't think there's anything else. That's about it, y'all. I hope you guys have a really great weekend, and I will see you guys, if not this weekend, I'll see you guys on Monday when I'm over at District 2. I don't know exactly what time I'm going to get over there, but keep your notifications on. If you haven't subscribed, obviously subscribe, but most of you in here are already subscribed. You're in Ireland, Luke. That's awesome, man. Appreciate you stopping by for sure. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Hope to see you guys live on Monday. And that's about it for me. You guys have a good one and stay safe out there. Later, everybody.